Hello and welcome to day 9 of Romance Yourself. Welcome back. Today we have a restorative yoga practice all about coming home to your true self. In yoga history and philosophy, there are a series of statements, aphorisms, known as the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. These sutras were written hundreds of years ago, and they basically just outline what yoga is, the different practices of yoga, and why we do these practices. However, the most poignant to me are the first 3 sutras. Sutra 1.1 says, "Now begins the practice of yoga." Okay, pretty simple. But then that begs the question, what is yoga? What are we about to do? That begins Sutra 1.2. Yoga is the stilling of the fluctuations of the mind. That means that anything that you do that helps you come to a place of inner stillness and releases the ego, releases the thinking mind, maybe even releases your concepts of what your identity are, all of that is yoga. So in the West, sometimes we can really get caught up in yoga being this thing that we do. However, yoga really is things that we do to bring us to a place of being. Yoga means union, a place of being in union with the true self. Yoga Sutra 1.3 is what delivers us to that realization of once the fluctuations of the mind have ceased, then the seer or the practitioner or the yogi rests in their true nature. And I love that the translation here is rests in their true nature. Once again, there is oftentimes a connotation when we talk about yoga in the West that we are doing something. However, all of yoga is leading us to rest, resting in union with the true self. The true self is a concept that is unique to each person, but also can be described as the highest version or perspective that you could have of yourself. And it's also a version of you that feels authentic. It doesn't feel like you're putting on a show for anybody, including yourself. It is just who you are deep down. Our affirmation that we're going to be using today is simply, "I rest in my true nature." And we'll use this in a basic shavasana, which is a restorative posture that you can set up in no matter what kind of yoga class that you're taking. So if you know how to set yourself up in these restorative postures, you are always welcome to grab the props that you need and do that for yourself at the end of class, whether it's a yin class, a vinyasa class, a hatha class. Make yourself comfortable because, again, we're doing all of that work to be able to rest in a place of inner stillness and inner peace. All you need today for your restorative yoga practice is 1 bolster or 1 pillow and 3 blankets. Super simple. Again, if you have more than what I've asked you to bring, go ahead and bring it to your mat just so you'll have it just in case. And let's begin just by dropping into and grounding into our physical space and into our bodies. So find a comfortable seat, sit up tall, soften your eyes down or close your eyes, and just start to notice your breath. Soften your jaw, soften the space between your eyebrows. Allow your lower body to be heavy and grounded. And if there's any doubt within you, let that go. And know that your true self is already within. You don't need to strive to bring it into yourself. It's already there. All you need to do is surrender the ego and let it come forth. Let your true self become known. Repeating the affirmation, I rest in my true nature. I rest in my true nature. And you can open your eyes. We're going to go ahead and set up in our restorative posture. So let's start from the head to the feet. Grab one blanket. It's going to be in that wide rectangle or squarish shape. Once you get it folded like this, you're going to turn those top two corners in towards the middle of your blanket. So you have a point at the top, and then fold your blanket over on itself so that you create your head support. Set that at the top of your mat. Grab your bolster or a pillow and bring that to about the bottom third of your mat. This is going to support your knees. Go ahead and grab another blanket now and fold it to the point that it is in this long rectangle, and you're going to start to roll it in on itself to create a roll. Like so. And this is going to go at the base of your mat, and it is going to support your ankles. Lastly, one more blanket, this one just to cover up with for warmth. So if your room is pretty warm right now, you don't have to do this, but go ahead and just have it nearby so that if you do get chilled, you can bring it over you. And then just start to lay yourself down into Shavasana. So you're going to lay down on your back with the roll blanket underneath your ankles, with the bolster underneath your knees, and then laying down, adjusting however you need to until your head is supported by the blanket underneath your head. Allow your arms to rest down beside you in any way that's comfortable. Close your eyes. Surrender into the props, into the support of the earth. Feel as though you are held in this moment. There is nothing else for you to do. There's nobody for you to be but yourself. Internally repeat, I rest in my true nature. Whatever that means to you, I rest in my true nature. Allow your breath to softly guide you deeper and deeper into your own being. Use your affirmation to anchor your mind. If at any point your mind wanders, coming back to that affirmation. And then ultimately enjoying this time of rest. The next time that you hear my voice, we'll transition out of rest. Until then, be as you are. Be yourself. remaining just as you are. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Begin to invite in a deeper breath now. Sense the support beneath you. Sense the position of your body and all of the space around you. When you feel ready, start to wiggle fingers and toes, wrists and ankles rolling around in their joints. Perhaps eventually taking one more stretch with the arms overhead, taking a breath in, and exhale to soften everything back down. As we do in our restorative practices, taking as much time as you need to come out of this pose mindfully, bringing your knees in towards your body to start, giving yourself that hug, rocking a little side to side. And then just roll yourself onto your left side. Maybe using the blanket under your head as head support, or using your left arm underneath the left side of your head. Either way, just taking a couple of breaths to honor the transition between rest and waking. In your own time, press into the earth gradually, mindfully. Make your way back up to a seat. Sitting up tall when you arrive. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Close your eyes. Notice how you feel. Take a moment to let this feeling of inner peace imprint itself on your mind and your body, knowing that you have access to this at any time. All you have to do is surrender to the flow of life and trust that your true self is within. Internally repeating your affirmation one more time: I rest in my true nature. We'll close by bringing the palms together in front of the heart space. And we'll close bowing the head towards your hand. Say namaste. Thank you for being here today. And say thank you to yourself for setting aside this time for rest and restoration. I hope that this practice has served you well. And if you have time, as always, please try to do the affirmation meditation included in this collection, just taking a little bit more time for yourself today. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow on the mat. Thank you. Namaste.